I had this big box of stuff. I have a couple of these big boxes of stuff that I inherited after my Auntie Em died. My Aunt Elma Peterson died. And so I've been going through it today. And some of the really amazing stuff that I found is, it's just pictures, photographs I've never seen. Anyway, this is the shoe store on the Peterson side of the family, which isn't a blood relative, but my Aunt Elma married a Peterson, and you're going to have to excuse the way this goes. And this is the man she married, Arthur Peterson, Arthur W. Peterson. I learned today from this biography that his dad, George Carl Peterson, who I knew came from Sweden, I don't think that I ever knew, I don't know if that's going to, the name was Perrson. Lots of interesting family history and photographs I've never seen before. These are all Peterson. Some of these have been reprinted. This was Ukiah, California. His family was up in Modesto and Berkeley. There's some photographs of the house they lived in Berkeley. Hello. Little breeze giving me trouble. Anyway, I think this is awfully interesting. Very, very young here. This is 1900 Bonita Avenue. And this woman, who looks a lot like my Grandma Carrie on the Nelsen side, was Anna Louise Peterson, and her maiden name was Limburg. And I hope I can find these people, because I'd like to, instead of trash this, maybe pass this on to them, some of this. But there's, I don't think we really, there's some really interesting stuff I found. With airplanes. Up here, I'm setting this next stacked up so I can show it to you. Okay, so I really like this picture. That is my Aunt Elma and Uncle Art. This one of her is just adorable. And mind you, there's a whole box of them, but this is just ones I just love this. Her more playful side. Judge Roy Bean, the Jersey Lily, whatever. Check out that car. This is their house on Poppy when they first moved to Hemet. I love this picture of his tools in the garage. I threw out most of the pictures from there. There he is feeding. Obviously you can see. Now I don't know who this is, and I'm going to have to look and see, but there are a lot of pictures of him, and I actually put them in the trash pile over there. I don't think he was related, but you'll see in a bit why I wonder. And check out this beautiful little picture. This is my Auntie Em. I call her Auntie M because of the time we traveled through Oklahoma and saw 3 tornadoes. Another really nice picture of her. And there she is, sitting on the car pointing. Unfortunately, some of these have names on them. And I held on to this one, I don't know, I think because I like their handwriting. R. Burnett, Huntington, Oregon. Can you see this one? A baby carriage thing. Anyway, this next part is one that just truly amazed me. I came across these photographs of old planes, and at first I'm just like, okay, well, I don't need to keep the pictures of the old planes. Well, let me look. As I go, I start seeing more photographs, and I'm like, well, what were these planes? And then I'm like, that looks like my Aunt Elma, by golly gee. Oh my gosh. And as I look, sorry, not that one. This one, I don't have my glasses on, right? And as I look at this, I come across, besides these pictures of the planes, I'm like, well, maybe I can look that up and find out what this plane had to do with them. And then, within it was this article. Local aviators fly to San Diego last week. Unfortunately, there's no date on these. But this is back when flying anywhere was a big deal. A.W. Peterson, that's my Uncle Art, Wendell Graham, and Mr. Miles flew their 3 airplanes to San Diego last Wednesday, returning Thursday. The boys report an uneventful trip and state the flying conditions down the coast are excellent. Da-da-da-da. Then there was, this is where they entertained a big crowd with their flying skills. Aeroplane over the pier at Cleveland Realty Corporation track west of the city. And my aunt and uncle lived in Oceanside for some time. Here's one where the aviators were forced down by rain at March Field outside of San Bernardino. Oh wait, now that one, at least we know it was around Christmas time. But I found it, wow. Here's a picture of Uncle Art's garage, Peterson Garage down in Oceanside. These are really faint. I can tell because I've seen other pictures of him that this is his dad over here. And what year this is, it doesn't say. It's kind of stuck to this envelope and I didn't want to tear it. It has some faint, this is when they lived in Berkeley. This is Berkeley. So this would be, this is George Peterson's family. Check out that kid's gun in his hand. We don't play with those anymore. This one is a photograph. This is, what's it say? Bancroft Way School. 125 Chattanooga Street, San Francisco. Isn't that something? Let's see, this is Uncle Art and his brother Ed. Yeah. And does it have a year? Excuse me, I have to move around a little. Find some light. Well, it just says that they're 12 and 14. And here they are again. That's a little. This would be Uncle Art, and this is Ed, because he was the older brother. Okay, let's see what I got in here. Well, my Annie M. latter years. She did those, I think, for, she needed it for an art release. She was an artist. I like this one too, but I'm not exactly sure who it is in the photo. But it's, you can see the Peterson brothers' name is there. So that was something they did. Okay, this is this one actually has the names of the guys on the back. This is the Roy Zacharias Garage. Ed Peterson was one of the people on it, 1913. And this was in Modesto. So this is, it was in him and his brother Ed worked as a mechanic here, and then they went down to Oceanside and opened up the garage. Check out the car over there. Okay, this is the Berkeley house again. But that's my Annie M. And this is the family reunion for a funeral, but I'm not sure who and what. Oh, got a lot of glow on that one. There we go. Uncle Art's mom there. Now, I pulled this out and I threw some of these photos away of this person, and I'm like, who is this? And then as time went on, I looked and found some more, and I'm like, well, I know that's Uncle Art back there, and I'm still not recognizing the woman. And then this picture comes up. And this is a photograph I've never seen before. And I happen to recognize first the man on the right, because that's my dad. And this is my Uncle Del. So I know that the woman in the pictures was my Aunt Lois by marriage. A few more of the ones I have out of that whole box that this is the ones I couldn't get rid of. That's the ones I can. This is Nelson's. This is another photo I've never seen. I have seen some similar ones, and but when the kids were a little older and Grandpa wasn't in the picture, just Grandma, and you can see if you do the head count, there should be 13. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and I don't know who's in the background. Look at that, early photo bombing back there behind them. But anyway, it was like 2 sets of kids they had. And Elma was in the middle, and so she wound up, as the older ones moved off, taking care of the younger ones. But I hope that comes out. That one I may scan. Just everything takes time. Oh, I don't know who these people are. I don't know who they are, but they were in the family box, so I'm sure that they're related, but I just thought that picture was just too cute. There were a couple of them, but I just kept one. And this is Nelson's. I honestly think that this is, because that looks very much like Grandma Carrie. So I think this is them in their earlier years. I'm not exactly sure because I don't know who this is over here. But this may be her and some relatives because that doesn't really look like Grandpa. Oh, I don't know where that picture is of Grandpa. I gotta find that one. Found a really early picture of Nelsen. Oh, don't know why that one's in here. And then I found this one and recognized again someone in the picture. And that would be my daddy right there. And his brother and his sister. And I don't know who the other two guys are. Whoops, almost put them in the trash pile. Not my intention. Okay, this one I just like because she just is such a pretty little girl in such a pretty little dress. I believe she's in the Peterson line, but there's no name. Where is it? No, the only name is Elsa at 2 years, but I don't have my glasses off enough to tell me where it is, because that might help. But she's just so pretty. Okay, and then the rest of the biography on Peterson, second marriage to da-da-da-da, goes back into when they came over here. So I'm pretty sure these are, whoops, hello, Nelsons, but unfortunately it's not labeled. I just like this Art Nouveau frame. I was going to throw it out and I changed my mind. I'm keeping this because I love this picture. I think this is, a Peterson because there is an SD marking. And I think that this might even be Dick, because he would have been born around this era. It's so hard to throw stuff out, but how much do you keep, you know? These are, you see the silver rim on there? You used to do your photographs with silver. You used to actually be able to, I remember when I was working x-ray in the hospital, we could actually take the x-rays and cash them in because they'd melt them down for silver. They'd melt the silver off of them or whatever they did. Anyway, that one's going in the trash. This one's been slightly chewed up. And now I know it's one of the pilots. Couldn't figure, so I'm probably going to keep this one. I know by names, but I don't know who. I just love this picture. So, goodbye, people. Oh, and this is adorable. This is, I know we do everything online, but tag your photographs for future generations. Because look at these cutie pies. And I have no idea who they are. They got ears and look like Nelsons. I mean, this guy in the middle looks like my brother Jeff did when he was a kid. So I'm pretty darn sure that by the ears they're Nelsons. Dang it, I'll hold on to it. Yeah, they're, oh man. Wait a minute, there's some writing on the back I can almost see. Phil Ella. You know what? I can probably figure out who they are. And here's another pilot, so we'll keep him. Oh, and this is another, I think I know, this is a Nelsen. See those great Nelsen ears? Yeah. Pretty sure the guy is a Nelsen. I don't think it's Brian, I don't know. I know my dad doesn't know who a lot of them are, but he might know some of them, but whatever. Okay, on to the next box. What will I find? Okay, now this is Daryl. I know he's on the Nelsen side, so I'll hold on to it. Why? So somebody has to do this after I die? I don't know. That looks like a Nelsen. Senior 55. Wow. Definitely. See those ears? Glad us girls didn't get them. North Platte. Uncle Art and Aunt Elma. North Platte is Nelson's. Who be this? Who be this? I have no idea. That's that guy from that other photo. Nelsen, no doubt. North Platte. God, I hate holding on to these. I'm getting rid of it. Oh. Eee, this is so hard. Dixie, a relative I recognize. My apologies for the blurry pictures. I couldn't tell without my glasses if they were coming out so blurry. I may scan and put them in. Anyway, the first one was Grandpa Nelsen, the original in the U.S. kind of guy. And that's Grandma and Grandpa right there. Which would be, yeah, and there's the family again with the head count. He was a tailor. Until I read that card, I didn't know he was a tailor. I knew about the fisherman and stuff, but never knew about the tailor. Anyway, that's it. One more box of stuff to go, but I'm saving it for another day. This real quick. These are just some old things that were in here. Excuse me as I burp. These are just some old things that were in there. And one of these photo things I opened up. That's this one. They have all the old ads and things. Some certificates that were never cashed in of credit for your film. Oh, this one. Check this one out. I opened it up, never knowing there were no photos in this one. But talk about an advertisement. And it's, I want to say it's not that old because it's probably only as old as I am, or not even as old as I am, but costs less than black and white photos. Yeah, I wish they were that price. Anyway. And then one of the other things, I'll put this with the Reagan button picture I have. I even have, they were obviously Reagan supporters, or she was, because I have a thank you letter for the support. This is a pile that I'm not keeping, but I just want to share it. I have no idea who these people are. And there's some that, you know, back when people used to give Christmas cards. This is the year after I was born. The majors and majorettes wish you good health. I don't think these people were related, but they sent a card every year because there's several of them in here. But like I said, this stuff's moving over to the trash pile now that I'm sharing it. Peace and blessings. Let's see if I can get lined back up so I can use two hands again. Okay, how's this one open? Oh, there it is. Check out Mound the Family Portrait. The Christmas Here we go, Tom Majors. Can you hear me, Major Tom? Wrong one. Into the trash pile. Should I throw these away? Yes! They're so cool, though. Oh my gosh. Wish I knew who the family was. I slipped out of the slot here. Wouldn't that be cool to give to that family? Send these to them. Maybe they have them, maybe they don't. I know people don't care anymore about this kind of stuff, but look at this. Look at this. Check out that great fire right there. Look how cute this is. It was at the bottom of these pictures. I would bet you my Auntie M made this. Look, it's even got the little boat out of felt. Ugh. Oh no, what's it say? Made by Dick and Alita Peterson, it says. Okay, who's this? Oceanside, so I bet it's a Nelsen relative. I recognize these Nelsen siblings.